Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Beretta 9mm USA here, and whether you're on the Beretta channel or the CZ 9mm USA channel, both are gun channels. We want to welcome you all to it. Please go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. Today we want to welcome a new supporter of the channel. It is Committee Coffee out of Oregon. These guys are big 2A supporters. I know that for a fact. I know the owners. Could not believe it when they contacted us and say, hey, we'd like to support your channel, and even if it's not in a great big way, in a way that is meaningful to you guys and will help you continue to make videos. So they have joined our Patreon team. They have given us some of their coffee to try. It is excellent. So if you guys are coffee drinkers, why not buy from someone who actually loves the Second Amendment and help support one of your main 2A channels, the Beretta 9mm USA channel or the CZ 9mm USA channel. So please support the companies who support us. Now let's go on with the video. This is going to be a DoubleStar triple threat video. As you can see from their bag right here, and I don't typically rave about bags very often unless it's the Wilson Combat bag, which is actually my favorite. But this is the DoubleStar Corporation bag. So if it comes with the pistol, then that's fine. If you get one and you want to add the bag, see if they sell it like Wilson Combat does, but I just want to let you see it real quick. Two very nice zippers up at the top, and when you open it up, it has a very secure way to carry your pistol right there. This is the PhD from DoubleStar, and yes, I am a doctor. So this is just perfect for me. And it's got LOK Grips on it, but you pull it out from this little section right here. It's padded here, and of course it's padded on the opposite side. If you wanted to carry extra magazines, you could carry them in here. This is nicely padded right here, this section right here. So you wouldn't have to worry about them actually, coming up in contact against your pistol right here, because it's padded on this side, and then this wall right here is nicely padded. You could always add something else there if you wanted to, just to make sure all of your extra magazines had, a good section back there to be able to line up and be able to carry it with the pistol. But it is excellent, and I did want to let you know that before we went on. Here is the DoubleStar PhD 1911's. Go ahead and zoom in on that. Okay guys, so here we go, starting off with the DoubleStar triple threat video. This is the PhD, which is one of the lower cost 1911's they offer in their lineup. You'll notice that it's not fit for a rail. It's just a great basic looking 1911. And for that, they get that right. No doubt. I am a doctor, and I do appreciate having a PhD. So whenever I carry this, I feel kind of like Dr. Loomis. Anyway, notice that the top is done. It's serrated right here. It does have a night sight up front, which has a high-vis white circle around it. And then you kind of stack the snowman. I do want to point out the back and how absolutely near perfect it is for this kind of price range. It's absolutely perfect. And the top meeting the bottom, the frame meeting the slide, has a very small little gap, just, putting the two pieces together. Very impressive for this price range. Over here, it says DoubleStar, and it does give the symbol of the dragon. It's all into that matte black finish on the pistol. Speaking of that, notice that the hammer is also done in the matte black, so hopefully that's going to prevent any kind of rust issues like I've run into on lots of my Dan Wesson 1911's. It is very annoying if you've never had that happen before. That is a national match bushing around that barrel. And look at the thickness on it. Again, this is their entry-level 1911, I believe. And it's even more of an entry level right now, but I'm going to get to that when I talk about price. It's a match grade 45 ACP barrel, but I don't see it written anywhere. And again, these are LOK Grips. That's a beautiful pair of grips right there. If you guys like any of these grips that you've seen, they're on LOK Grips. So pull them up, lokgrips.com. They offer great grips for a fair price. And again, they're one of the few companies that we work with. They've been awesome and very customer service oriented, which is something that is very important to me. 3-hole trigger, notice that. No movement. Side to side, up and down, just a smidge. And then, not much done down here as far as trying to get the mags in, but this looks nice. Front strap is not checkered. The mainspring housing has some vertical lines to it. So something here, better than nothing. Fantastic grip, so you get a great grip on the 1911. And then it is done up here, and then it does have some pretty nice sights on it. Now let me double check this, because I could have sworn this is the one that they kind of have on fire sale right now. There's a picture on it. It's not a great picture of it right there. It's actually a better picture of it right here, right? That's what a 4K camera will do for you. But anyway, the important part is PhD 1911 pistol, personal home defense. Regular retail price is $1,369. And I was just going to say $1,300 is what it costs. That's the entry price. But as of right now, what is this? May 5th, 2023, it is $899.99. Is it being discontinued and run out? I'm not sure. I really don't care. When I see something that's that nice for that kind of a price, it has to be mentioned. It just can't be ignored. $899 on sale right now from the factory. Definitely check it out. It's definitely worth it. The quality, the way the gun feels when you're shooting it, it very much reminds me of all the mid-tier Springfield armories that I like so much. This is right there with all of them. Also with the Dan Wessons and whatnot. It doesn't have the rusty hammer problem to go with it. And the whole pistol is very well finished in the black color. So it should prevent any of that stuff from happening. You always want to take care of your firearms and wipe them down and whatnot. After I get done messing with it, I'm always wiping them down if I'm putting them away. So that's the first DoubleStar I wanted to cover. Okay, while you guys take a look at this C2 Commander, before I actually get started on it, I want to go ahead and read you a couple things about the PhD from corporate. What they say is this pistol takes 4 hours of hand building and fitting each component of the PhD. They want to ensure the perfect fit and the highest quality they can. And I think they've achieved that right here on this one. They say they went with some aggressive cocking serrations, and they are pretty aggressive. I actually didn't say anything about that. They're cut fairly deep in there, which means your fingers can get kind of caught in it like that. And so that is aggressive. So with the PhD, guys, you get 4 hours of hand building from their gunsmiths over there. And also the cocking serrations are very aggressive right here. So it leads to a very good grip on the PhD. It also mirrors lots of the top of the line parts from the C series 1911s, including a Storm Lake stainless steel match grade barrel. So I was right. It is match grade. And it's made by Storm Lake, for those of you that know that company. I actually do know that company, and way back when the channel first started, we bought a couple Storm Lake barrels, so we are familiar with that. Match grade trigger to give that PhD a smooth, crisp trigger feel. So let's see what that is. Before we move on here, Ed Brown Tactical Grip Safety. I'm in the middle of the trigger and I'm pulling straight back. 4 pounds, 6.4 ounces. So again, you're right about that 4.5 pound area that I consider to be a very good trigger. Again, very little movement up and down and almost nothing side to side. So it's fit very well, especially for a less than $1,000 trigger, right, on a 1911. There's your movement right there, which is about average for a good 1911. I'll see if it has any creep or crud in it here. Nope, it just breaks. Reset. Excellent. Reset. Excellent. Back on it immediately here. It's not moving at all. And 4.5 pounds later, it just snaps and breaks. An excellent trigger for a 1911 that's less than $1,000 right now. Let's move on to the next one. All right, guys, the next one I'm going to show you from DoubleStar is the C2 in a bobtail Commander. Beautiful in black. You've got front serrations, you've got back serrations, you've got white contrast sights. So white contrast sights on this one. Again, very well put together back here, guys. Very well. Unbelievably good. I believe this is a Wilson Combat Hammer. Bulletproof. Bulletproof this. Safety. Very good. 3-hole trigger, just like the PhD. Again, reminds me kind of Les Baer. Even less movement up and down. Look at that. Barely moving at all. In there like it's friggin' glued in place and won't move at all. Side to side, same thing. Just a smidge of forced movement there. So that's nice. National Match bushing around the Storm Lake match grade barrel. Only has a safety for a righty. Same thing with the PhD. Excellent grip. This is the grips that came stock on the pistol. So they're very, very good. A little thicker than some. There you go. There's a look. So you can see that they're a bit thicker, but they feel very good in the hand. The front strap is completely checkered and done. It's got decent ending up here. It definitely has an end mark that goes horizontal from left to right, and the checkering here kind of tapers off 3 rows short of the top. So slight room for improvement right there, folks. Still very nice, still works. Great job on the bobtail. An extended mag release button. Let's see, I'd say on this one too. Forged frame and forged slide on this one. This is a cast frame, I believe, on the PhD. So there's a slight difference there and a slight difference in cost. I would like to see forged frames and slides all the way around. Let's check the trigger. Very little movement at all. A couple of millimeters. And no trash in the trigger. Reset. Quick, fast, pretty damn close. Back on it again. And no trash in the trigger. It felt like about 5 pounds. Let's see. So why do you get commander size with a bobtail and all that? It's a concealed carry gun, guys. That's what it's made for. I think all my 1911 lovers out there would agree. That's what they're shooting for here. All right, let's see. We're in the middle. Wow, 3.3 pounds. I was way off. I said almost 5. That was dead center and well hooked up by me. In the middle again, straight back again. 3.36. That's phenomenal. Yeah. Yep. It's definitely less than 5 for sure. I would say it's, yeah, feels now less than 4 if I just take my time on it. Watch again one last time. Release, back on it, and it is firmed up. This is a terrific, terrific trigger. And 3.3 pounds is amazing. So let's go on it here. Let's give it a little bit of pressure, nice and slow. Yeah, it's definitely less than 4 pounds. And yet, because of the way it's set up so perfectly, you know, with no slop or anything like that, you immediately come to the wall and you're at the wall. And if you take your time at the wall, you can actually tell that that's not a 4 or 5 pound trigger, that's less. And the scale doesn't lie. All right, off to number 3 on the triple threat from DoubleStar. They're 1911's. And here is the last one. I gotta say, each one of them has a beautiful, to me, a beautiful look. So that's also something that they're definitely doing right. This is a DoubleStar 45 ACP railgun. Midnight Bronze C2G, the bobtail commander right here, just so we're all on the same page, there is the retail price, just in case you're wondering. $2,274 is the retail price. And currently the PhD, this pistol right here, is on sale for $899, down from $1,300. So it represents a fantastic deal. And this is May of 2023 and probably won't go longer than a month or two, would be my guess. So if you're seeing this video late, those may already be sold out. They were $899 from the factory. So this one here, the railgun, Midnight Bronze Railed, they call it. C2G 1911 combat pistol. Go to my notes here from young Beretta, see if he left me any specific instructions on things he would like covered. Young Beretta is very busy editing for 3 YouTube channels now. The Beretta 9mm USA channel, the CZ 9mm USA channel, and the Legion of Tools, which is my newest venture since I retired from the sheriff's office. I have extra time on my hands to help produce videos, be it gun videos or a new tool channel at the Legion of Tools. You guys are all invited to all 3 channels. Please take the time right now to go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. We'd really appreciate that. Lets us know that you like the content. And coffee from Committee Coffee. Thank you. All right. So Young Beretta says, do the DoubleStar triple threat video. Should be a great video. Oh, make sure when you're talking about the DoubleStar PhD that you tell them you're a doctor and that the doctor is here. The doctor is in. Oh, and his last comment is, if DoubleStar comes out with a double stack 9mm 2011 style pistol, we think you guys should call it the Double Tree. The Double Tree by DoubleStar. And that should be a 2011 style pistol. I think that's a great idea. Young Beretta, thank you for those ideas. Over off to the side, I'm sure you guys have seen this. Let me move the railgun real quick. Is all of the magazines from DoubleStar. Notice that each one of them is very nicely finished. It has their logo on the magazine, and then it also says what caliber it is. So again, you're going above and beyond here on these magazines, right? Most companies don't do this kind of stuff. We're lucky if we get a magazine that has a counter on it. So we know that we have 2, 3, 4. And a lot of times it skips it, right? 2, 4, 6, 8. This one is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if you need any help counting, there you go. It's an ACMAG, and we've had pretty good luck with AC mags. So DoubleStar, you get a 10 on your magazines. Let's set those off to the side and look at the Midnight Bronze railed gun 1911. It has a perfect rail on it. It really does. Let's start there. It's absolutely flawless. It has plenty of hookup positions here for it. Very nicely done with the pistol. Probably brings the pistol in closer to like 43, 42 ounces, I would think. It does feel pretty heavy compared, well, especially compared to this small one. And here's the full-size PhD. Not a big difference between them, probably 3 ounces, I would guess. Serrations in the front and in the back. Give you a look right there. These are not the stock grips on it. This is another set of LOK grips. So if you guys want LOK grips, again, this is a beautiful set. I'm kind of, picky on which sets I get. I think they look great. We had a couple guys tell us that they didn't like our custom grips at all, but who cares what they say. So what else does the Midnight Bronze railgun have on it? You've got some serrations up here. These are more decorative than your normal ones that you would see on 1911, and it goes with the white contrast sights. So you're gonna have to put night sights on it or something like that if you want to. How well is the pistol put together? Well, just like the other ones. Very, very good. It almost looks like you've got an overlap, but it's not. There is no overlap. The ejector right there is flush, and the extractor is very well done. You got a little overrun here. See that? So that's not perfect. So it looks like this thing could have used a little bit more work putting it together right there. Let's check out the safety. Loud, effective, strong, perfect. That's how I want it. And again, with these grips, it makes it very easy for my thumb to ride right over the top. I don't press against the slide too hard. I'm more pressing down on the safety as I grip the pistol. So the slide can go back and forth, no problem at all. So if that's something you need to work on, keep your thumb from hitting the slide, just on the safety, and that thing should be able to fly back and forth, okay? So the rest of it looks really, really good. The mainspring housing is done back here. The front strap is done right here. Again, these LOK grips have a blue liner, so if you're catching that, that is a blue internal liner on the inside. And then you've got the burgundy or the blood red or whatever it is here with the aggressive cutout as you go to your magazine release. It's a good system. It's a good setup. Over here, you do have your slide lock or slide release is countersunk over here, and it is cut flush. Very nice. Again, you're getting a lot here for $2,200 in the 1911 world, which I think is what they're trying to do. They're trying to bring you a gun for about $2,000, maybe a little less, check your prices. The railed gun, C2, and the regular C2 have 9 hours of fitting from the gunsmiths in them. So 9 hours. So you're looking at 9 hours on both of these. You're looking at 4 hours of hand fitting on this gun right here. And on a Les Baer, I believe you're looking at like 27 or 30 hours. So that will give you an idea of what the difference is. Something like that. The last thing to do, I think, is to test the trigger on the railgun. So let's trap that, get my hand out of the way, put this thing in the center and try to pull straight back. Wow. 2 pounds, 9.2 ounces. One more. They did say that they had match grade triggers. I don't think they were kidding at all. Let's try it one more time. Straight back from the center. 2 pounds, 10 ounces. I'd say that's pretty consistent. And the funny part about it is, when I was messing with this, again, look at that, guys. So these two, supposedly, have the same match grade triggers on them. Now look at this again. And I only know this from handling 100 of them, right? 100 1911 reviews. That thing is moving like a millimeter, and then it firms up. Okay, so let's squeeze it. No trash in the trigger, guys. No trash, no junk. It's just crisp. It's just a very crisp trigger. Reset. Not as fast as this one, I don't think, but very quick. I'm back on it now. It's got nowhere to go. Let's see if there's a tiny bit of movement if I pull it really slow. Nope. It just snaps. One more time. Out. Yeah, it goes out a little bit further for the reset than the black Commander here. A little bit further coming out. Again, once you start pulling it a little bit to tighten it up, there's very, very, very little movement, and it tightens up immediately, and it goes off as you're trying to tighten it up. Here we go again. Out just a little bit further than the Commander. Yeah, wow. This thing will make anybody a very good shooter if you just slow down for just a second. So I own 20 custom 1911's, and the triggers on these two right here are every bit as good, if not better. So if you want an awesome, awesome trigger, you've got it right here, and you've got it in spades. That completes the DoubleStar triple threat video, guys. All three of them have a winning combination. If this one doesn't fit your bill and you want something more, then go to the C2s. If you want a rail gun, I think you've got everything you could ask for right here in a $2,000 rail gun. These will give those Dan Wesson $2,000 guns a hell of a run for their money with a better trigger. A better trigger on these guns right here. $899. That can go up against a lot of Springfield armories and the like, and I think do well. The only thing I'm not sure about that is the cast frame, and maybe that's a step that they need to move up one click and make them all forged frames and forged slides. That's it for this one, guys. Thanks for watching the video. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to our channels on YouTube, the Beretta 9mm USA channel, the CZ 9mm USA channel. And if you get really bored or you're interested in tools at all, come on over to the Legion of Tools. I'm trying to put more videos up there real soon as I'm getting caught up on all the gun videos that we have to do. Join us on Patreon if you will. There's gonna be more and more stuff going to Patreon. Young Beretta wants to put videos over there that are just Patreon exclusive, and they won't come to the other channels. So if you guys are interested in that, come on over for what, $3 or $5 a month. You get all content ahead of time before anybody else does. And I'm gonna have a drawing sometime this year on Patreon to try to give some stuff away. So if you're interested in that, you can come over for that too. Thanks for watching the video, guys. Be safe out there, and we'll see you on the next video. Remember, your Second Amendment is worth protecting. Cheers. Have some coffee.